My name is Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo. What's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change coming to you live on this Wake Up Wednesday. Today, guys, I got a very special guest. Not only is he a friend of mine, he is also a business partner, business owner, private investor, you name it. He's out there getting certifications, out there getting continuing education, etc. I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself, Raymond. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
What's up? My name is Ray Gomez. I am a business owner, real estate investor, real estate agent, MHIC contractor, all that good stuff. Proprietor of Rise and Prime Painting. In a nutshell, I spend 70% of my time selling paint jobs, the other 30 selling houses.
Oh, I love it. And look, guys, he's just getting started. Like, there's no cap to what you can do. There's no ceiling or floor. It's what you make of it. At the end of the day, the whole purpose of this call, guys, is to make sure that you guys are inspired, you're motivated, and you're ready to get elevated. So I'm going to start it out with this. Look, I know it's Wednesday. I really don't care what day of the week it is. I do this on Wednesday because I know it's the middle of the week. And I know that some of you guys are out there struggling to reach your goals. You're out there struggling to push yourself. And my whole purpose of this is to inspire, motivate you, and elevate you. So look, we got to eliminate the mindset of I hate or I can't. We're here in Maryland. It's 18 degrees outside today. You know, you can have the mindset of, oh my gosh, it's so cold. I hate it. But no, you know what I do is I wake up. I looked at the temperature today and I said, it's 18 degrees. I met with my guys on the site and I said, I love it. You got to transition the way that you think. You got to get to the point in your life where no matter what situation, circumstance, or issue or problem that you're dealing with, you transition your energy so that you don't allow it to affect you negatively. If you continue to live life negatively, I assure you, you will not get the results that you're looking for Period. You have got to get to the point where you don't need nobody to tell you that you did a great job, that you don't need nobody to tell you to get out of bed, that you don't even need that alarm clock in some cases. Look, guys, all this week, I literally been getting around an hour and a half to 3 hours sleep max. Now, I know some people, look, for you guys that are health nuts and all that, I am too. When I preach mind, body, and execution, I live by that. But you have to make some type of sacrifices along the way. So right now, I'm sacrificing sleep because I'm on a mission. And there's no such thing as there's not enough time in the day. There's 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with it? So right now I'm sacrificing sleep. So for those of you that say I don't have the time, and then I ask you how many hours are you sleeping each day, and you tell me 8 to 10 hours, there it is right there. You can sacrifice some sleep. Listen, I'm 36 years old, about to be 37. I've already accomplished a lot, but I'm not quite where I need to be. My goal is to develop 20,000 a month residual passive income. I'm around 5,000, just about a little over 4,000. And that's taken me about 7 to 8 years to do. Now, that comes from invested in yourself. Most importantly, guys, you have got to invest in yourself. If you cannot take care of yourself, how can you take care of your wife, your kids, your business partner, the people that you're trying to teach, educate, whatever it is you're out there doing? If you're not in order mentally, physically, emotionally, there's no way you can help anyone. So those of you that are out there that maybe you have businesses, but you're stuck because you're chasing money because you have to pay those bills, or you have to get that new dentist work done, or maybe you're looking to go on that vacation and it's about the money. You got to get that out of your mind. It's not about the money, guys. Let me tell you something. The moment that I stop chasing money is the moment that money just comes to me in abundance. The moment that you become of value is the moment that you will become a walking ATM. Let me say that again. The moment that you become of value is the moment that you become a walking ATM. You will be able to turn on that ATM and generate cash flow anytime that you feel like it. But you have to be of value. You have to bring other people's dreams to life. For example, with me, I own a construction business. That's my baby from day one. 15 years old, I dropped out of high school and I started doing construction. Now, I always had the mindset that I can't be a one-trick pony. Some people are out here, and I'm not saying that you can't just do one thing. That's fine. But at some point, when you get that one thing in order, it's time to branch out and do something else. So I own multiple businesses. I am a serial entrepreneur, if that's such a thing. I own multiple businesses, and I'm actually in the process of setting up additional businesses. Since the pandemic, we've had major issues with lumber, and I said to myself that I will not be caught in the trick bag on the next pandemic or the next, you know, supply and demand zone. I will start a tree business. Not only will I get paid to remove trees, but I will also recycle those trees and create my own 2x4s, my own 2x6. So I'm going to be setting up KB Landscape Design. Not only am I going to be creating a tree removal business, but I will also do landscaping. And from there, I will take those trees and I will create firewood. I will plant trees for my business so that I can resell the trees. So you guys ever heard the saying of money don't grow on trees? That is a false statement. I plant trees in the ground and it gets reproduced to feed the family. I also sell produce. I also going to be planting Christmas trees and cherry trees. And guess what? Every single year you can sell those Christmas trees. Now, again, guys, it's not about the money, but there's plenty of ways to produce money. So stop making that excuse and stop chasing money, okay? Get to the point where you become of value. This is the most important aspect of everything. And realize that if you have nothing right now, it is possible. I want you guys to repeat after me. I will, I must, and I can. I'm going to say it again. I will, I must, and I can. From there, you will start to develop the belief. There's no such thing as can't in my house, guys. Look, I have kids also. I got a young man about to be 18 years old. He's about to turn 16. I got to buy this guy a truck. So I asked him what type of vehicle does he want? And he says, "Dad, I need a pickup truck like you so that I can make money." And I said, "Wow, That already excites me because most people want that car that is fancy, got those rims and the tires so that their friends can ride around with them. They can bump the bass. Look, I bump bass too, guys. But the bass that I'm bumping is in trucks that are making me money. Everything that I have is producing me income. I used to be that materialistic guy. I used to be the guy that, had 16 to $17 left over from my paycheck. I got to take a loan. I got to pay it back. Next thing you know, I got overdraft fees, $35 here. You get a $800 paycheck and $400 is gone because you done messed up the money. You got to get to the point where you stop messing up the money. You start investing. When you start investing in yourself, and you start investing into other avenues that will produce you that residual passive income, is the moment that your life changes, is the moment that you can go and do something else while your money is working for you and moving forward. All right, guys, that's my inspiration for today. I'm going to go ahead and give you some more, but right now I'm going to turn the mic over to Raymond. I'm going to ask him a set of questions because those of you that are on the fence about Catapulting Change Academy, listen, I have made this program very affordable for anyone. It's literally a $4.95 one-time charge, $14.95 per month. That gives you access to me. When you have access to me, you also have access to my community. Raymond, for example, I have other students. There's going to be other students on this call. I'm going to start bringing them in on Wednesdays. When you get access to a community like us, is the moment that you start getting elevated. You have got to stop spending all your time in the bars, out at the club, etc. Now, look, maybe you like that. Fine. Discipline yourself to make sure that it's for your rewards at the end of the week. Don't go and do that every single night, wasting your money. So, Mr. Raymond,
Yo,
question for you. Number one
what's up,
is,
brother?
what were things like for you before you started working with me? And let's give them a little bit of background so they can get the contrast of, our past and where we're at right now.
Man, so first of all, bro, as you know, we've known each other for over what 20 years. I think I remember I was like 12 years old. I'm 34 now, um, Sandbox, childhood friends, first and foremost. We've known each other for a long time. You're like a brother to me, man. So I'm like super, proud of you, bro. No, I tell you this all the time, man, but for sure. So that's the background. We known each other. We disconnected for a while, and then reconnected on Facebook. I think it was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, almost 10 years we disconnected.
Yeah, yeah. We went our separate ways. Families moving here. Out of state, came back, lost a lot of friends, but we managed to reconnect. And I'm happy that happened because at that time, I think I was working for the city of Baltimore, and I was on that entrepreneurial journey, trying to navigate it on my own, and looking for ways to get out of that escape that rat race. It's what they call it. So yeah, man, that's what it was before we started working together. You inspired me to remove myself from that 9 to 5 environment, where the programming, the conditioning with the people that's in that system was just so polluted. You know what I mean? And I was confused, man, like confused, trying to do things on my own, and coming to work every day. It was just a bad combination. You know what I mean? And then
Absolutely.
yeah, next thing you know, man, we just started working together on projects. Um, and just things just got great from there, man.
It's incredible, guys. When we reconnected, as he was saying, he was at the convention center. I had just really started my career in the business world. I was dabbling, most of my life because, my first job was I was a floor installer. So I kicked carpet, I did tile, I did ceramic, I did terrazzo, I did wood, and I made it my purpose to learn as many things as possible. So I went from company to company, never ever disrespected my boss, never ever, had that mindset of I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I worked hard everywhere I've been at, but I changed companies so that I can learn as many skills as possible so that when I did start my business, I had all the necessary skills to thrive. Always put that notice in, always was respectful. And, even when I quit my job finally to pursue my business full time back in 2014, I put a 6 month notice in. And when I did that, the supervisor was like, Ken, you don't have to do that. You just have to give me 30 days. But I was like, no, I've made a decision. And going back to what Raymond was talking about, when we reconnected again, he actually found me on Facebook. We started speaking, and he helped me with one of the first flips that I've ever done. And we literally had to re
Agree.
we had to remud this thing. We had to repaint it. I had got a bulge disc in my neck from hanging dry. It was
Yeah.
challenging, but we didn't give up. We continued to push. Raymond went through some things, health wise, etc., but he didn't make any excuses. He made it happen no matter what. And I always planted that seed. And I can tell you, most people that I continue to plant that seed, at first it's annoying. Like, I don't want to hear all that positive stuff, right? But I understand that, regardless if it's annoying or not, it's what needs to be heard, because again, most of us are stuck in that rat race. Most of us have that 9 to 5 mentality. Most of us say, I don't the boss don't care about us. Why are we working so hard? I used to be told that all the time. Like, Ken, why are you working so hard? The boss doesn't care about us. You don't have a clue what the boss is going through. You don't know how much debt they're in. You don't know if they're worried about getting the next project for you guys. You got to get away from that mindset. You have got to stop counting other people's pockets. You have got to stop worried about what other people are doing, because you don't know what they've been through. I'm here to tell you guys that it's been challenging. I bought my first house at 19, and I filed bankruptcy by the time I was 24. But I will never ever lose a house again in my life, because those steps were necessary. Back then I was uneducated. I had the mindset of education isn't important. And I'm here to tell you guys that it is. It should be the most important thing of your day to day. I've spent over 500,000. It was 400,000, but now it's over $500,000, and I'm constantly investing into different mentors, different coaches. Even though I'm a coach and a mentor, it does not mean that I know it all. I don't know anything about the tree business. So guess what?
Nah.
I hired a mentor. So now I'm going to learn about it. And that's what it's about, guys. You got to be willing to invest into yourself so that you can learn the necessary skills to move forward. Thanks for answering that, Raymond. The next question I have for you, brother, is how was the experience working with me when we were going through all those things and through the trenches, and as we continue to work together, etc.?
Man, the experience, like during that time, it was like it was very eye opening. You know what I mean? Because um, especially because you were working on on a lot of those projects, you were by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So and we're talking about construction here, guys. It's not. This is way before we learned about real estate and creative finance and investing and all that stuff. I know you were already on that path, bro, but I was still green. You know what I mean? I didn't really know anything about real estate at that time. I was just that technician, that knew a couple of skill sets. And basically, man, like that mind shift that happened was incredible, because it was like, it's like the world, once you realize that the world is just a big landscape, and you could do anything in it. You know what I mean? So the experience, bro, was and still is invaluable. You know, every time we link, man, there's always a lesson to be learned. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing, man.
Absolutely. And guys, look, I know you're hearing a lot of great and valuable things here, but I want you guys to also understand that we've been through the trenches. We've been through hardships. We've had disagreements. We've had things that we don't agree upon, but we always come up with a solution. We always continue to move onward and upward. We're
Yeah.
still, to this day, we're going to have challenges and different things that arise. Why? Because me and Raymond, we are growing. We are pushing ourselves to levels that most can't even imagine. But for me personally, if I don't feel stressed, or if I don't feel in a hardship, like, I don't know what it is, I chase those hardships, because that is what really forms me and pushes me to grow in ways that I never thought was possible. But because I'm willing to take those hardships and turn them into something great, is the reason why I continue to grow to continue to get elevated and just continue to learn as much as possible. I really look, and my wife has said this to me before. She has said to me that, will you ever be satisfied with your results? I don't think so. See, this is the thing. Like, I'm constantly setting new goals, constantly learning new things. I don't feel right. I will get depressed if I sit on the couch and do nothing. I can't do it. I really don't understand how people can spend most of their time sitting on the couch watching TV and really doing nothing, you know? And I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't always like this. I used to play video games all the time. I used to watch TV. I used to go out to the bar. I was on five drugs and drinking a fifth every day. Matter of fact, even when me and Raymond first reconnected, I was bringing a fifth of Grey Goose to the job site. I'm just keeping it totally 100 and transparent. Like, I'm just keeping it transparent. Nobody is perfect. If you think you are, you're not. But what I focus on now is being the best version of me. So I do a lot of things like right now, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, I haven't really shared it, but every time the first of the year I do what's called a reset is when I fast and I cut out everything. Now listen, I do like drinking. I do like experimenting with different things. There's nothing wrong with that. No matter what you like, guys, it's fine as long as it's not affecting your family, your life, or your results. If it is, you have got to reevaluate yourself. You have got to do a reset and really figure out what's important to you. Is success, is leaving behind a legacy, is making sure that your family is taken care of. And most importantly, like for me, like it's not even about the money. I've made so much money that it's ridiculous. Like when I look back at it. But I never knew how to keep the money. I never knew how to put the money to work. I never knew the correct way to free yourself. So my biggest focus and the reason why I do what I do is I'm chasing freedom. I'm 36, about to be 37. My goal is 20,000 a month residual passive income. I feel like then I will be able to do whatever I want whenever I want. Now the issue is I'm too driven, I'm too hungry, and I'm the first one out of seven generations of failure to really create something bigger than just me. I'm making sure that not just my kids, but my grandkids and my great grandkids and everybody after me is taken care of. Now, I am scared. Look, and I'm Mr. Don't Be Scared. I am scared. What I build comes tumbling down because of the next generation, but I don't think that's possible because of the person that I've become and because of all the information and data and videos that I'm creating and I'm gonna be leaving behind. If someone does that after me, then there's really no excuses. I've created something that will create that change moving forward. Thank you for answering that, Raymond. This is awesome. This is incredible. This is really what I need to hear. This is what the people need to hear. Question number three for you is, what's the number one thing that impacted the way you conduct business?
Um, Man, it's so many things, but I think the one thing that's probably at the top of my list is really, that never give up mindset, right? Like that adversity is your best friend. Like if you look at things in that perspective, man, like that's what it'll impact your business, and it'll change the way you do things. You know what I mean? Not just in your business, but in your everyday life. Your marriage, your whatever it is you got going on, and and then not everyone is going to be a good fit for your business. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like once you realize that, man, it's just like that confidence, and it just goes through the roof. And then your net worth follows because it's like you're not anybody else but yourself, and that's what it's going to take. You know what I mean?
I love that. And to kind of piggyback on that and touch on that, what he's basically saying is it's the mindset that really creates those results, not just for your business, but for your personal life. If you allow the emotions or the circumstance of what's going on to dictate how you feel or how you carry yourself is the moment that a distress situation happens. I'm to the point now personally, like no matter what happens, I'm dealing with it and coming up with a solution, and I'm that problem solver where I won't allow it to paralyze me or restrict me from moving forward. Things are going to happen, especially when you're pushing to become the best version of you. You have got to conduct yourself with maturity, with responsibility, and you have to become that problem solver no matter what. We're faced with problems every day. We all, since this pandemic, have had to adapt and adjust to the way that we live our day to day life. I'm traveling everywhere wearing a mask now, and I'm gonna tell you, at first I was like, oh, I gotta wear a mask, but then I started to think about it, and I was like, I've been doing construction all these years. Like most of my day, I'm wearing a mask anyway.
Right.
As long as I'm doing the right thing. Now, am I hard headed? Am I guilty of not wearing the mask? Yes, but to be honest with you, since all this has happened, I'm more conscious. I understand the importance of it, and most importantly, is we're protecting ourselves and the people around us. That is very very important. So, guys, please keep your mind strong. Okay, make sure that you're turning those negative situations into positive situations, and I promise you that your circumstance will change. Now, last question for you, Raymond, is what would you recommend for someone on the fence about joining the academy?
What I recommend, just do it. Just do it, man. If this is the career path you want to take, um, and by career path I mean the entrepreneur path. You want to become a business owner, an investor, just do it, man. It's nothing like having that daily accountability. You know what I mean? That I think to me, man, that's like that right there is worth it. Just having that daily accountability with someone who has that experience that you can, just one call away. You know what I mean? They can call you. They can give you advice on the day to day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really, you're not just joining an academy, you're joining a community, like you said earlier. With young, hungry, like-minded individuals. So it's really that simple, man. Like it's just one of those things. Like if you're not really like used to investing in yourself, once you do it one time, the first time, your future self will thank you for sure.
Let me ask you another question. How many courses have you bought, or how many mentors have you hired so far? Just off the top of your head. I know it don't have
Oh,
to be an exact number, but how many courses and mentors do you think you've already hired and
invested in,
paid for? Yeah.
I'd say about four, and then courses, man. I'd say about a dozen courses, about four mentors, coaches. Yeah, yeah.
Me and Raymond actually share courses. That's how obsessed we are. We share books, we share courses, and look, guys, I was that person in highs, and well, I dropped out in ninth grade, but in middle school, I used to pay people to do my homework. Like I did not take education serious. Now I'm gonna keep it transparent with you too. Is the traditional system really never really interests me. It's more of basic math. What's really important is, look, school is important because it kind of gives you that structure. You got to get up, you got to be there a certain time, you got to make sure you make it to class before the bell rings, etc. So it gives you that basic structure so that when you become an adult, you will have that already in place. Now, if you didn't go to school at all and you couldn't read or write, then guess what? When you become an adult, it's going to be so much harder to be able to read and research. So I believe reading and research is two of the most major keys. And I couldn't even read when I first started reading the book. I have astigmatism, first of all. So when I stare at the book for too long, it kind of becomes a blur. I got to look far away and then and adjust my eyes back. So it was always challenging. And then I couldn't really spell or read. But now, since all I do is pretty much read, on average, guys, I read between 10, 15 to 20 pages per day. If I don't read, then I listen to an audio. I do my best not to put TV shows into my mind. I do my best not to put things that aren't really creating that change. Before I go to bed, I actually listen to affirmations. I listen to inspiration because I want to end the night on a positive note and make sure that I'm filling my brain with something that's going to be valuable for the next day. So, guys, look, we're coming up on that time when it's getting to the end of this Wake Up Wednesday. I want to tell you guys that if you don't believe it, you are incredible. You are awesome. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are the the best version of you. I need for you to look in the mirror every single day. And if nobody else is telling you this, tell yourself that I am proud of you. Why? Because today you woke up, today you made a decision to do something different, and today I will be the best version of me. No excuses. I don't care if it's snowing, it's raining, it's freezing, it's super hot. I don't care if you lost the clothes off your back. You have got to get up and make it happen. Go and make some clothes out of leaves. If you got to glue them together with a glue stick, you can go to the dollar store and make it happen. Now, I know that's not going to happen to you, but I'm just trying to give you some reasons why there are no excuses out here. The excuses come from things that you create. So let's eliminate that. Realize that fear is a created illusion. I was scared when I lost my house. I was scared when I had bad credit. Matter of fact, I was screwed for almost 10 years, but that's what motivated me to pursue entrepreneurship because now I have 7 credit profiles because I'm 7 different entities. Plus, my personal credit is always around a 780 to an 800 credit score, period. Now, I will not mess that up because that allows me to do what I do. And it's very important for leveraging yourself. Until next time, guys, I want to thank Raymond for being on this call. It's been a
Thank you, bro.
blessing, man. This is super incredible. And I want you guys to remember that life is great.
Great.
Don't be
Be
scared.
your
Let's get it.